brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes.
Cause I don't want you jumping on the bandwagon come when we this far. So, like one of the tools that I'm noticing that they're using is the media, and specifically television and some of the television shows that they're putting out here. I was watching a television program the other day called Empire, and it's about a brother from the inner city who rose to the top of his profession through the sweat of his brow, working hard, and if we look at the film Empire, and I think it's one of the most dangerous things that has actually hit in a long time, probably the most dangerous thing since The Wire, probably. Maybe more dangerous than that, maybe more like The Color Purple. It does a lot of systemic damage to our people. First of all, Lee Daniels is the one who produced this program. Now, Lee Daniels is the same one that did Precious, same one that did Monsters Ball. And if you look at the theme, now, let's understand. Now, Lee Daniels is a practicing white sex offender, which is what we call homosexual pedophile. He's openly in a relationship with a white male. Okay, a homosexual relationship. Now, he's not hiding it. He said, now this is him talking. When interviewed about this program, The Empire, he said part of why I made this, one of the main reasons, was because we need to end what he called homophobia in the black community.
Cheryl in Cleveland, it's great to have you on the program with us. Hello.
Hi, Rush. How are you?
Fine and dandy, thank you.
I couldn't be more disgusted by this NIH study. $500,000 on examining what young adolescent boys are experiencing during their first sexual encounter, with all of the problems that beset the black community, especially black male adolescents. To spend this kind of money on this study is astonishing to me. Why not put that money to trying to determine why 72% of black men abandon their children? Why not attempt to discover why there is such a rampant amount of violence?
Wait. Let me take these one by one. We don't need a study for that, because the federal government, under the aegis of the Democrat Party, has come in willingly and happily agreeing to be the husband.
Of course they have, and we see what the result of that is on black people, on black children especially. My point is, look, I know that this is all part of the grand liberal manipulation. What I would like other people to see, though, is that really liberals care nothing about the state of black America. If they did, they wouldn't waste money on this kind of nonsense, but they really would sort of look at these issues, or try to look at these issues that affect the life and death of black children.
Cheryl.
Every time I get a yes.
Are you African American?
Yes, I am.
You are. Okay. I didn't know. I just wanted to get that out there, because you're talking about the dissolution of the black family. White people can't talk about that.
I understand. I have been black all my life and hope very much to die that way. And you completely changed my thinking on everything, and I do thank you from the bottom of my heart for that.
So let me guess where you're going with this. You think that this study that is measuring the satisfaction levels of the first time gay sexual experience of young African American men is what? You think that this is an effort in the long term to convince?
I think it's part of a larger effort at, the one thing that blacks remain is more conservative on the issue of homosexuality than other groups. So there's been this big push lately to make sure that Black Americans know how wonderful the gift of homosexuality is. Oh, there's nothing more wonderful than two men having sex.
Yeah, nickel. I'm a gangster, nickel. Real niggas eat booty, man.
It's up there with curing cancer. Shows like Empire. Really, and the whole point of Empire is to blend, homosexuality with rap music and bring it into our living rooms and let us all see how great it is.
Well, now I have to say that you've got a point about that she's talking about the TV show Empire, and it is. I get your point here. You think there's a long-term effort being made here to dissolve the natural opposition to homosexuality, gay marriage in the Black community, and to turn that into support.
Of course, I don't think I know. I know wholeheartedly that that's what's going on. And this study, I do want to bring to your attention one thing in this study, Rush.
Okay.
Because I went and I looked at the study after you mentioned it. One thing that it says really caught my attention. It says the study will also examine why some young African-American gay men seek out older partners.
That's when all the shit blew up with Bishop Eddie Long. And I said, and I started my research, and I said, oh, wait a minute, what's his name?
Tonight, an I-Team exclusive. New revelations in the sex scandal surrounding Bishop Eddie Long.
We wanted to ask you about Bishop Eddie Long.
Oh, no comment.
Come on.
The Fox 5 I-Team reveals the identity of another accuser.
Relationships are hard. People lie. People steal. Your heart.
Right now, the mystery surrounding Centino Camp and his relationship with Eddie Long. The most powerful name in local news. Fox 5 News at 6.
Good evening. I'm Amanda Davis.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tom Haynes. Tonight, the explosive results from a 7-week-long I-Team investigation.
The I-Team has uncovered that there was a fifth accuser in the Bishop Eddie Long sexual misconduct case. He never filed a lawsuit, and his name was kept a secret. But Centino Kemp's allegations of sexual misconduct against Bishop Eddie Long brought him front and center into the recent settlement negotiations.
Senior I-Team reporter Dale Russell has crisscrossed the city searching for the mysterious fifth young man and is here now with his exclusive report. Dale.
Tom Centino Kemp, sometimes called Centenio, is young, barely 22. We're told he met Bishop Long years ago. He has Eddie Long's name tattooed on his wrist, and he's currently recording songs written from the perspective of an angry, bitter lover.
Men are accusing a local man of having sex with them and not telling them he was HIV positive. One of those women says she now has HIV. And police in Clayton County and Atlanta have charged the man in both cases. R.J. Watson has been working this story and joins us with more. AJ.
Hey there, DeMarco. His name is Craig Davis, and he's been charged with reckless conduct by a person infected with HIV. Davis was in jail in Fulton and Clayton counties for 3 weeks, and tonight he's out on $30,000 bond. The story was broken by a local blogger who knows one of the alleged victims and Davis.
And that he is somewhat of a ladies' man, is how he described it.
The alleged victim in Clayton County told police that the man she'd been having sex with told her he has HIV. In the police report, the victim says Davis told her, with HIV, you can still live, and it's not the end. The woman also told police Davis was a pastor at a big church, and when she asked him why he didn't tell her, he advised because the Lord had told him to be still.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us about the new single, getting a lot of buzz. Same Love, a strong stance on acceptance of same-sex marriage, homophobia. You have a personal connection to this topic. Can you explain that?
Yeah, I grew up the street, Capitol Hill. Two of my uncles were gay. My godfather was gay, and it was something that I was constantly around as a kid, seeing a committed gay relationship, yet not being able to be married by law. So it was something that was personal. I also grew up in the Catholic Church, and I grew up in the hip-hop community, two kind of institutions that are known as being somewhat homophobic. So it was something that I wanted to write because of my upbringing with my family, but also just kind of the culture that I grew up in.
So what did you deal with personally, or what did your family deal with in society growing up with family members who were gay back then versus how you see things now? Are you seeing a huge shift?
Yeah, there's definitely a shift. Absolutely. I think that the awareness around the issue, I mean, even looking back 15 years ago, 20 years ago, is completely different. The fact that hip-hop artists are starting to talk about it, that we have a president that endorses gay marriage, that we have Jay-Z coming out. It's just an issue that is at the forefront of civil rights at this moment in history. And I think that that's why I wanted to write about it.
Have you read the YouTube comments lately?
So a new album coming out in October called Heist.
So, you made a response to Macklemore's Save Love.
Heist.
Yeah.
Now, when you first heard Save Love, what was your initial reaction?
My first time hearing it, I was like, yeah, they're gonna love this. You know what I'm saying? Just because the first time I saw it, it was Tyra Banks tweeting it and pumping it up, and I'm like, okay. But I thought the record would die out. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I didn't agree with the record, of course, but everybody has their opinion, and especially in hip hop.
Heist.
I don't agree with a lot of opinions. Don't mean people don't voice them.
I remember I interviewed Mayo back in the day, and I asked him if he would ever do a song with like a gay rapper. And he said that he's pretty sure he's done one already. That's why I asked Fat Joe the question. That's funny. A lot of rappers I asked, did they think about it for a second? They're like, pretty sure I've done a song with a gay rapper.
Yeah, man, I'm in the industry. I've been hearing stories since 1990-something. I don't talk about that shit. My personal opinion is, if you talk about it too much, something bad will happen to you. There's something in the air, man. It's like I'm a conspiracy theorist, so.
We know. Fat Joe said that there's a gay mafia.
I was just gonna say it, but I didn't want to say it because I'm a conspiracy theorist. You know, you talk about it, something will happen to you.
Yeah? So you think there's a gay mafia?
I think if you talk about it, something
has to. Remember, I interviewed Mayo, and I asked him if he would ever do a song with a gay rapper. And what he said was, he's pretty sure that he already has. Do you think that
I'm pretty sure I've done.
You've done songs with gay rappers?
Yeah, I think I've done songs with gay rappers.
You're pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure of that.
You don't have to name names.
I'm pretty sure the football niggas is gay, the basketball niggas is gay. There's millions of gay people in the world. Yeah, girls too. Like they just for some reason. Once again, I'm not a fan of that shit either. I'm a fan of I'm gay. The fuck? Like 2011, you gotta hide that you're gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, be real. Like, I'm gay. What the fuck? If you gay, you gay. Like, that's your preference. You know, fuck it if the people don't like it.
Heist.
Now, when you say they're gonna love this, who are the they that you're referring to?
The media. They get somebody like, I think we've all known. I was on the other side of the industry. We all know who's behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a known fact. I've even heard rappers say, hey, don't say nothing about the gays. They're gonna mess your career up. They got clout. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes in the industry. So
Heist.
I think that we need to find more creative and more African-centered ways of tackling these issues. And so, because what happens is that, we have these systems, these white supremacist systems that are imposed on us. And if we don't have administrators who are sensitive, who are conscious, and who are progressive, then basically they're just towing the same old line, and they're no different than everybody else who represents the systems of white supremacy that we live under. And so we want and expect that these issues will be grappled with in very different ways, because we are always seeking to be not only inclusive, but, sensitive and working in ways that are truly going to bring unity among us and help us to really come together in ways that are going to transform our community and our experience overall as Africans. Greetings to all viewers. My name is Linda Baker. I am a newer parent of the Afrocentric Alternative School, and I'm currently in the position of parent rep and also part of the fundraising committee. I think Mama Yulissa summed up everything so nicely that I'm actually at a loss for words. But just want to add that I think it's important for us as parents to be involved. It's very, very, very important. It's very critical. And so this is why I'm here. I want to be in the know. I want to be a part of change. I want to be a part of solutions. And, so we come out and we get engaged and we follow up and, we act. So yeah, I'm just here to see progress. I'm here to see our youths productively grow in a safe space for Nubian children. I think it is very important. Our situation at large is very sensitive, and it's the awareness of it. I think a lot of times we run into stumbling blocks because a lot of us still come from a colonized way of thinking, and so diversity is important because we still have a need to worry them road from the people and say, we keep the direction and keep the thing on the straight and narrow. So it's deep and it's heavy. One day I fight the good fight, as the mother said, and she had touched on the brothers. A big issue, I think, is the fact that there's a lot of estrogen permeated in the air, and because of that, it can cause a lot of conflicts because we lack balance. So we need our brothers to come out. We're calling out to the community at large. Brothers, big brother, we need to know. Yeah, you're welcome, you're needed. Again, it's important for us as an African people to strike a balance because we're all about the balance. So we'll continue to be here. We'll continue to fight. We'll continue to love. We'll continue to support, and yeah, we'll be around.
Why are so many African American bisexual? Okay, that's just my question because I don't want to answer this question. I have an idea.
And God said to me, here's the problem. You guys in the church can be so hypocritical. He said, in the African American church, you really got to be careful. I said, what do you mean? He said, because you are guilty of condemning the Supreme Court system and preaching against something. But if you look at half of our choirs, and a great number of our artists that we call abominations, and we call demons, we demonize and dehumanize the same people that we use, and we don't say nothing about the gay choir director because he's good for business. As long as the choir sound good, I ain't saying nothing about his sexuality. We have done what the slave master did to us, dehumanize us, degrade us, demonize us, but then use them for our advantage. It's hypocritical to talk about the Supreme Court and calling them Sodom and Gomorrah, which is not what it's all about. But if that's the case, half our churches have been Sodom and Gomorrah for 100 years. He told me, boy, you got to re-examine yourself. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, on one hand, you quote homosexuality is an abomination from Leviticus. But you say that right after you ate some shrimp, some catfish, and some lobster. You quote Leviticus while you're wearing a wool blend suit. It's also in Leviticus that you shouldn't wear mixed linens. It's in Leviticus that if your wife is on her cycle, that you shouldn't go in the same house with her or even sleep on the same bed with her. That's in Leviticus too. Here's my point. We pick and choose the scriptures that we want to use to beat folk up with. Rather than look you something. If God wanted to judge America, he wouldn't need the Supreme Court system. If he wanted to judge America because of sin, he would judge me in '88 at the Freaknik in Atlanta. Y'all ain't saying nothing though. These folks are abomination, they're nasty. Tell you what you do then. Go find every song that's been written by a gay person for the last 100 years and don't sing it in church. Let's see how many songs you can minister on that Sunday. Bishop, don't tell me what the Bible says about homosexuals and you change wives like we change underwear. Sit yourself, your hypocritical self down. I'm asking this because I really want to know. But I want to get you guys' opinion. Why are so many African American pastors bisexual? Okay, that's just my question because I don't know the answer to this question. I have an idea. European assault for the last 1,000 years. Hard. But they've been on top and we've been on bottom trying to survive. What that has created is a condition for black males, whether it's in America, whether it's in the islands and Caribbean, whether it's in Africa. Who are you meeting when you meet a black man? What kind of man kisses another man on the lips, Mr. Dwayne? Dwayne? Huh? What's up with the lip ring, Mr. Dwayne? Dwayne? Can you answer no comment? Are you gay, Mr. Carter? Ain't no just roll like that. At the highest level, whether we mention this or not, we're not going to say this because it doesn't feel good for a man to admit that he is not doing his job properly. But let me tell you deep down inside who we are as a race of men today. We are a race of men who know, based on looking around and seeing our condition, that we have failed. The main job of men is to protect their women and children. And as an entire race of men who realize that we have not done that, we feel inferior, we feel like we have failed you, we know that we have failed you, and it makes it difficult to even look you in the face and try to pretend like we these real tough, strong individuals when we realize almost no way on the planet do we make the jobs. We got to go apply for them. No matter where we are, no matter how big the black population, we got to go to somebody else to ask them for a job so we can try to take care of you. That does not make us feel good. Our self-esteem is rock bottom. We're angry at ourselves. And for those of us that still have manhood left in us, we want to do something about it. But we look around at the condition of other brothers, can't figure out how to get unity, and it's extremely depressing. Extremely depressing. So we march on our own. We complain about the problem, and we try to do our own little individual things to fight against it, or we give up. I don't care what's going on. If he's a black man on this planet, deep down inside, the best that you can get is a man who realizes that we have failed, and we are determined to do something about it. That's the best you're going to get. At the worst, you have a man who has zero self-esteem, zero knowledge of self. He doesn't understand what's going on in the world. He doesn't understand why he's in this condition. He doesn't know because he doesn't have an example of what a man is supposed to do to take care of a woman and how to treat him. And everything he's getting is miseducating him to have the wrong idea of what to do. You have a broken man who needs fixing and needs your help. I'm saying this to you to say, you need to understand, when you say, what's wrong with our men? You're looking at the problem where you're standing. Stop. What's wrong with your men is they've been under siege for over 1,000 years. We lost too many battles. And we're trying desperately to find manhood, much less figure out how to do something right by the rest of our people.
When I step back and look at the conditions of our people, and I look at the black males of the day, and I see all this homosexuality, I think, say, well, was it this abundant back in the 80s? Or was it a lot more straight people? Now, I may hear some say that it was always gay people, they just wasn't coming out. I can agree with that. I mean, who wouldn't? In a world like this, full of all these people, it's going to be someone that's going to have some gay thoughts, of course, and it's going to be some things that's going to be different from other things, of course. But what I'm saying is, when I look at society today as compared to what I've seen in society before, living in this society here, first off, I've never seen this many gay people on the streets. Second, to add to it, I've never seen this much gay promotion and agendas.
I got raped when I was 11, Twist. I love it. I ain't never pressed charges. I'ma do you like baby them did me. Yeah. I'll never forget that day. When they was all in the kitchen, I was scared. There was about this many niggas and shit too in that bitch. I'll never forget the word. Suck la wine that dick. I was sitting on the couch. Everybody in that bitch. I was like, talking. Girl, with your good dick. Girl, you know you took your good dick suck and then put that bitch suck on it.
Out here we see an obvious attack on the sexual genders of the people. Not even on the front hand of things, but on the underhand of things. It's coming in an underhanded fashion, which deems for the light bulb to come on, brothers and sisters. I'm not even here to gay bash. I'm not even homophobic. I don't even deal with that issue. I'm far from that. And personally, inside me, I don't wholeheartedly agree with it. Now, some of y'all been born funny. Like I said, it may be confusion somewhere in the body, maybe in the spinal area, vertebrae, whatever. I do know this. Some of y'all are born with that issue. Figure it out. Do what you must do. Because part of the situation going on out here is to get us weakened sexually.
It's owned. The hip-hop community is most likely owned by gay. To be honest with you,
think they'll be?
They're owned by gay. I happen to think there's a gay mafia in hip-hop.
Right.
Not rappers. You know, the editorial presidents of magazines, the PDs at radio stations, the people who give you award at award shows. This is a fucking gay mafia, my man.
Right.
Like,
Yes, dig here, man. When we look at these commercials, they're sneaking some type of sexual energy that may trigger homoism. And I do mean fagism. Now, I will say this. If it was completely right, fagism. I mean, if all of us was fags, we couldn't reproduce. You wouldn't be here if your mama and daddy was fags and didn't fuck around with nobody but fags. You get what I'm saying?
I'm calling out this whole new tidal wave of gay and lesbian onslaught on radio, on TV especially. Everything on TV is gay. And when I say gay, I mean the women with the strapped guns walking around now like men, the men deferring when she gets pissed off. I'm not going for it.
Yes, I do not agree with the mind games that may sway someone and trick someone or weaken someone in becoming something that is not natural, brothers and sisters.
Full support of this, the first straight Black Family Pride Convention. Family. Now there's a word, concept, an archetypal principle of nature and has come under the most vicious attack over the last 50 years, particularly with the rise of Amazonian feminism, the one that was backed and funded by Rockefeller himself. And the overall impact it has had on the relationships of black men and women and the black community at large has been nothing short of devastating. Now, for all of you who continue to believe that the all-out governmental Hollywood media support of feminism, gay pride, and transgenderism is just a natural evolution of an evolved society, just something based on civil rights, again,
a lot of y'all run around and act like I don't see this. Like I just want to play games with your whine when something happen personal to your ass, and then you expect people to rise up for you or somebody to function through justice for your ass. You don't stand for justice unless something happens to your ass personally. This is a collective issue, brothers and sisters. Not just the black male, not just the black female, but both, and whoever else fall into that shit list. You feel what I'm saying? And whoever think this is not seeable, just go take a look. We can go farther back and we can start anywhere possible, but you're going to see it regardless.
You're just walking around here with your pocketbooks, with your tight pants and your bow tie, and you're walking like a girl. You need deliverance.
Y'all seen how they had everybody wearing pink? We've been given the view and the thought process that pink is for the girls. Then when the agenda started to step itself up, we seen them pushing it for the guys. I understand guys get breast cancer too, but you could have made a purple or something for that football field. You know, it's guys trying to watch the NFL, and all they seeing is pink rags and shit, and pink little bunny bracelets and shit every fucking way. You know what I'm talking about? And that ain't right. Not if you ask me. And some of them went all out to wear the look, they trying to coordinate. They outfit can't even be the proper color because they got so much pink involved.
The Pink Conspiracy. Around the year 1992 to 1993, a prophecy or warning was foretold to me about the future that I did not believe at the time, but have since seen it revealed over the past 5 years. The man told me that in 20 years, I would see a sign that would signify our country had been conquered when NFL players on opposing teams would both be wearing pink.
Now I'm just saying this, no hate to the pink, but since we had viewed this color or been taught to view this color as a feminine color, the thought process wraps around that reality. So any guy that's really choosing wholeheartedly to accept this color and wear it just may be suspect. Not saying that he is, but he just may be suspect, brothers and sisters. Now, some of y'all may be born gay. Rise up, more power to you. Maybe it's something in the vertebrae. I don't know. I will say this, it could be anything, but do identify with yourself and seek the highest part of yourself possible. In the meantime, for the rest of y'all to just follow into some freaky agenda because you're not being strong or being tricked, man, rise up, wise up, or fall down.
Looking like a sissy.
This lecture is dedicated to the scrotum.
Funny how the media portrays things. They really pushing hard for this gay thing, and it's so wicked how they manipulate things. Can't even disagree without them making it a hate thing. I say it's wrong and you holler hate instantly. It's a whole lot of things I could say really, but see, your hypocrisy is something I can paint vividly. Saying it's the way you was born, and I'm sure that you lust like I do, just in a different form. But I'm married, so if I give in to mine, I'm a cheater. If you give in to yours, you just fight to make it legal. And I feel so disrespected that you were so desperate you would compare your sexual habits to my skin, calling it the new black. Homie, where they do that?
They hung us like tree ornaments. Where were you at? They burned us for entertainment. You go through that? Moms raped in front of their kids while they shoot dad? Ever been murdered just for trying to learn how to read, bro? Show of hands? I don't think so. So quit comparing the two. It ain't the same fight. You can play straight. We can never play white.
Campaign has been a well-funded, well-planned tactical socializing protocol implemented to institute a covert policy of what I call passive-aggressive genocide.
So, in terms of the meeting tonight, it was good. You know, it's always good to see people come out. We're really excited to have all of you brothers with us today because, you know, we need to see the representation of especially our brothers at school meetings, you know, because it's always heavily of the female gender. And so it's really nice to have that balance. And I think just, you know, it was evident just by having the brothers at the meeting today, the issues that they raised, you know, the issues that are affecting us here in this area, from policing to racial profiling to, you know, how our community deals with issues of sexuality and how, you know, and really problematizing those things, because often we don't talk about the complexities of sexuality as it relates to systemic racism, and often that has created a tension between us and our brothers and sisters of different sexual orientations. And, you know, often they will say things like, at the end of the day, yes, I might be gay or bi or lesbian or whatever, but, you know, the reality is I'm black first.
I appreciate everything they had to say. As I always love to hear our elders speak on the issues that are very important. As Yolisa is an elder to both of us here. In regards to the issues that are pressing right now in the community, I see very well that there is some serious challenges as it regards to what does being African-centered mean. Is homosexuality a part of our culture? And we know it's not. We know the elders Baba Marley Mabrudi, Baba Amos Wilson, the Honorable Ibungun, Divine Ancestor Francis Kweswelzing, the Honorable Moriba Amin, the Honorable Jegna, Khalid Muhammad, all our Honorable Elders, Dr. Fukiel, our current standing ancestors who walk with us everywhere we go. We know that we wouldn't be here if it was not for heterosexual unions. If it was not for straight black pride, African people would not exist. So it's very important that we put everything into its true context of what it means to be male or female as African. Why is it that our ancestors died for us? Why did they go through the struggles that they went through for us as African people? Why is it that they fought to be together, they fought to love each other through all trials and tribulations? Would we be here standing on this earth if it were not for male and female unions? And we know we would not. And we also have to ask, what will our future be if homosexuality becomes a norm in our society? I wanted to speak about also that part of the reason why I placed my son in this school was because I am an African nationalist, and because being an African nationalist means that I am nation first, I am African first, and obviously, you know, as an African diasporan, that may mean something different, right? Because I don't necessarily have the same experience as, you know, other people, especially being born in Canada.